watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Coming up on Memphis-Shelby County Schools Report, coaches are on the backbone of a team's success, and Germantown High School football has some of the best. We'll explore their relationships with players.
Coaching is teaching, and both require relationship building first.
Parents will want to stay tuned for today's MSCS Focus. GHS-TV reporter Calvin Nicholson sits down with Superintendent Dr. Feagins to discuss her plans for the district.
The vision for Memphis-Shelby County Schools is it's a big one. It's quite ambitious, but I want every kid, every student just like you to be able to win and win big.
And later, learning financial responsibility early. We'll take you inside a unique experience for local students at the Junior Achievement of Memphis.
I want to work at First Horizon Bank when I grow up, and I want to run it.
It's all coming up on Memphis-Shelby County Schools Report. Hello and welcome to a new season of Memphis-Shelby County Schools Report. We're coming to you from the studios of Germantown High School Television. I'm Lynette Davis.
And I'm Michelle Yu. Each month we highlight various people, programs, and events making a difference in our school system.
What does it mean to be a coach? Are you a mentor, friend, acting parent? Or does it mean being intentional with what you say and how you say it to inspire your athletes?
GHS Red Devil football coaches hope to inspire their team all the way to state championship this year. MSCSR student reporter Chloe Brady and videographer Tyler Curry got to know the coaches.
I'm King 3-2, okay? We locked up right there, now we got special.
Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Gene.
Me and Coach Gene, we got a real personal relationship from fairly.
He very understanding about anything.
I want your heart, I want your effort, and I want your everything.
I think our coaching staff, much like any team, is a team within a team. They differ. You know, you have a young coach Garrett Jones, who's in a new role, is becoming his own as offensive coordinator. Then you have a defensive coordinator in Earl Harmon, who's an older, more veteran guy. Everyone has their own style. You know, I think in coaching, you cannot try to be someone else.
When we clean up and field, that's when I want to be here.
Teaching and coaching goes hand in hand.
It is the same thing. The difference is we're teaching football instead of teaching history or teaching government or teaching math.
I want this left shoulder pad on his hip.
Coaching is teaching, and both require relationship building first, because kids don't learn from people that they don't have a relationship with.
Your Miranda rights are exactly because of the Fifth Amendment.
The coaches, they gonna for sure make sure your academics straight, you know. It ain't all just about football. You know, we our family, so we don't just want to see each other exceed in football. We want to see each other exceed in life, period.
They have to believe that you actually care about how they're doing. If a kid is not comfortable asking you for help or advice, then you can't be a mentor. And if you're not a mentor, you're not really a coach. Part of being the best coach that you can be is being whatever those young men, and in the classroom, what those young ladies need you to be.
Come on, we got to be able to judge. We got these dummies a little fatter. Pick your feet up. Not just thinking every guy would be how I was as a player, and just learning how to, I guess, go through each player and learn their personalities. Boom, foul, 3 hard steps, get out. We also work hard, and just as a football team, it's just really, that's the ultimate bonding thing, just going out there, seeing your brother through blood, sweat, and tears, and I mean, that's bonding within itself.
Whenever we're talking, we don't have to just talk about football. We could talk about our families. We could talk about anything, really. He's kind of like a big brother to me.
I think we have a unique coaching staff, and I also think we bond in a way because we're built off of love and relationships.
Hit, good.
The main thing was learning how to relate to my guys more, not just thinking every guy would be how I was as a player, and just learning how to, I guess, go through each player and learn their personalities and the way they are, the way they brought up, and just being more, I say, family oriented with my players.
When it comes to football, everybody is serious, and we're all trying to work together.
He pushed me all kind of way. If you tired, he see you tired, he gonna make you keep going until you make sure you know that you gave your best.
You make a mistake, you hear about it, and that's fine. Let's get better and let's go make a play. So that's the foundation of what we're about. That's how we do things around here.
Interception!
With elections approaching, it's important to understand how the education system helps shape informed voters. From learning about civic responsibilities in high school to engaging with political discourse at the university level, education plays a key role in preparing young people to participate in our democracy.
Today, we're diving into a crucial topic, the role of education in politics, and how it's approached at both the high school and university levels. With elections approaching, it's important to understand how the education system helps shape informed voters. From learning about civic responsibilities in high school to engaging with political discourse at the university level. Education plays a key role in preparing young people to participate in our democracy. However, only 51% of voters aged 18 to 24 participated in the 2020 election, compared to the 76% of voters aged 65 to 74. Why is there such a huge gap? And how can schools and universities better prepare students to engage in the electoral process? To explore these questions, we're joined by two experts, Kimberly Thorpe, a U.S. government teacher, and Ebony Dawkins, a professor at the University of Memphis. Together, we'll discuss how political education differs at the high school and university levels, and what can be done to encourage greater civic participation among young people. So let's get started and let's talk about it. So, thank you guys so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you, Chris, for having us.
Ms. Thorpe, I'd like to start with you.
Sure.
Since in today's day, most young people don't really care much about politics in this country, how well do your students understand the key issues that both political parties bring? And additionally, how do you help them understand the real life impact they have on society?
Well, Chris, I think you would be pleasantly surprised to know with this upcoming election, there is a lot more interest in the younger generation. I think they've heard what's happening in their household and their parents talking about the importance of this election and the impact that it's going to have on America as we move forward. And, my key role is having the kids come into class and actually helping them understand the role of government, how it works, and how it's so important it is for them to participate in order for our democracy to continue to succeed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And for you, Professor Dawkins, at a university level, do your students come in with a solid understanding of, both political parties and the issues they advocate for? And if not, do you provide them with the kind of foundational knowledge?
I think that students come in with their own unique understandings of the various political parties that exist in our system. That could be from what they've learned in school. It could also be from what they've learned at home or their own personal experiences. In the university classroom, what we're doing is not only teaching about what the political parties are and what they stand for, but we're also teaching our students about how political parties operate to influence the electoral process. We're teaching them about fringe electoral parties in our society, and most importantly, we're teaching students about the democratic process. So whatever their party affiliation is, they will have a knowledge of how our process works in the U.S.
And Ms. Thorpe, do you ever find your students ever favor one political side over the other? And if so, do you kind of teach them about the other political side to, before forming their opinion?
Well, I mean, everyone's going to come in with their own bias because, of course, especially being young, coming out of your family. You're going to bring with you the political ideology and the conversations that you hear in your household, and you know that that's going to be your core values and beliefs. And so with that, I try to work with my students and force them to look at issues from the other side. So, and those are the activities. I have them run, be an advocate for the opposite perspective of what it is that they feel like they automatically believe in and what they support.
Harris says her economic policy is based on creating opportunities for the middle class. The Biden-Harris administration has focused on making public investments in infrastructure and green energy, challenging monopolistic consolidation, and raising taxes on corporations and the wealthiest Americans to pay for a surge in spending.
As former President Trump emphasized tax cuts and deregulatory economic policies, which he says spurred growth, innovation, and employment.
So, Professor Dawkins, what challenges do you face in addressing misinformation and preconceived biases students bring to your class?
Man, that's a really good question. The one important thing that we do is really think about the history of disinformation and how it has appeared not only in our current era, but how it has shown up across the world throughout time, to look at not only how disinformation is propagated, but to also look at what's the impact that it has on public opinion, what's the impact that it has on voting behaviors, how is it that sometimes people make choices in their voting or in their political beliefs that seem to kind of be the opposite of what might actually benefit them.
Thank you so much for coming on to the show, Ms. Thorpe, and as well, Professor Dawkins.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
It's clear that education is key to fostering informed and active citizens. We hope that through these discussions, more young people will feel empowered to participate in the political life of their country, realizing that their voices truly do matter.
The Junior Achievement Center for Memphis-Shelby County Schools equips students with vital financial literacy skills early on. By teaching budgeting and saving, the center helps prepare students for a financially responsible future.
I'm working at First Horizon Bank. I'm the CFO there, and we basically give out loans to the other companies and give them their checks.
I am a teller at the bank, and I help people withdraw money and deposit money.
I get the next person.
When I'm working in a job like First Horizon, I feel like I'm like an adult, like I'm actually working at the bank.
When you work, you deserve to have a paycheck on payday. But then the money you earn, you have to manage it.
Junior Achievement teaches students 3 essential pillars of working career readiness, financial literacy, and entrepreneurship.
I got to pay it back because that dollar didn't belong to me, right?
It brings a lot of real life experience to our students. It teaches them about some of the things they will encounter in the real world as they become adults.
Here, we're starting them on an elementary level to start having those conversations around financial literacy.
I have more experience and I want to get paid more money.
They really need to know how finances work.
It helps us learn how to actually handle money.
They're given a job, they're given a real life scenario, and with that real life scenario, they have to budget for their life for the day.
Students, they are all given jobs, whether it's a CEO, CFO, a sales manager, whatever, and they're learning how to basically be citizens in the town and how to run businesses, how the day-to-day life goes, how to work.
Like I have to actually work, and it's getting kind of tiring.
I think it's a good experience for them because it gives them a first-hand insight about some of the things that actually take place in their life. Balancing checkbooks, managing money, working real jobs, understanding what a salary is, your wages are.
And so it's a reality check in a lot of ways, but it's in a fun level and it's on their level. We tee the children up. We prepare them with a 12-lesson curriculum before they enter into the experiential learning space. so it's an extension of the classroom.
JBS Town does a really good job of giving us all the materials we need, prepping them for it, giving them information about what to look for, what to expect when they get here.
They learn about debit cards, credit cards, the difference between the two, the importance with the banking system. They're thinking about free enterprise, scarcity, the circular flow. And as they're learning those things in the classroom, once they get here with us, they already have that foundation to kind of take it and run with it. They may see businesses that they had no idea were actually here in their own hometown, in their backyard.
It's teaching me how to communicate with people. It gives me like better math skills and how to help others.
It's so fun to see them come in and they just change, and you see students that may be an introvert in class and they come out and you see a new side of them.
I think this will actually help me overcome my shyness because I'm talking with other students that I really don't know, and I get that confidence to talk with more people and not be shy.
We need this program because not only is it essential to growth for students, but it's growth for the economy. We have to think about where are we now and where would we like to be in the next 15 to 20 years.
I want to work at First Horizon Bank when I grow up, and I want to run it.
Our MSCS focus is with new Superintendent Dr. Marie Feagins. Student reporter Calvin Nicholson sat down with her over the summer. Here's their conversation.
Dr. Feagins, welcome on the show. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Dr. Feagins, being a superintendent is a huge job and responsibility. What prompts you to leave Detroit and pursue this position in Memphis? And now that you're here, what is your vision for the district?
Yeah, so you know, when we think about our trajectory in life in general, for me, it's always been about leadership. Where can I go and be most impactful? Where can I go and have a great use of all the experiences and access and exposure that I've been a beneficiary of throughout my life? And so for me, Memphis was that space. It's my opportunity to put together all the experiences I've had in different cities and spaces in the career of education, but also in more expansive ways as well. And so as superintendent, it is a big job, right? 115,000 students and growing are depending on us to get it right and to get it right now. And so the vision for Memphis-Shelby County Schools is it's a big one. It's quite ambitious, but I want every kid, every student, just like you, to be able to win and win big. And so your opportunity for wild success depends on the types of programs that you have in your schools, depends on the types of relationships that you are available or able to create based on the programs that are offered. It's also based on our investments, budget-wise. And so the vision is to become an exemplar and a model for the state, but also for the nation.
We've literally seen you sitting in students' desks to get a new perspective of how it feels to be a student. You told a group of students, and I quote, "I really want to see and feel, more importantly, the experience. What is the experience like for you all?" End quote. Not a lot of principals, let alone superintendents, would come out of their office to sit in and fill the shoes of a student. Why is this so important to you?
Yeah, I remember what it was like for me as a student, but you learn differently. You're having a different experience than I am. What better way than to literally and physically get into the seat of a student? I think I saw a picture where I was sharing a seat with a student. I want to, and will continue to do the same, get the clearest understanding of what's happening in our classrooms. I'm able to see some gaps. I'm able to hear directly from students themselves who are able to express what's happening, what they'd like to see more of, less of. You all are very honest, and you've been clear that class is not engaging. In your words, it's boring, right? And so how do we do a better job collectively to make the educational experience for all of our students better? For me, it's also about hearing directly from teachers. And so if I can see the instruction or lack thereof taking place, I can immediately have conversations with the team about how we get into the gap, and we're not waiting weeks and months to make real-time decisions that impact you every day.
We can't let you go without mentioning the school board elections, which took place back in August.
Yeah.
What are you doing to, get familiar with these new board members? As it is a lot of them, what are you doing to get acquainted with them?
Yeah, you know what, Calvin? I guarantee you, no matter where you go, you will never have 9 bosses, right? You will never have 9 of them simultaneously. And so it is certainly always going to be a work in progress as we think about, just individuals being individuals, 9 individuals getting to know them personally, professionally, working to serve as an advisor, which is what the superintendent does for a group of board members, but also working to be a good partner, a good collaborative partner, keeping the right energy, remaining informed so that I can ensure that they are informed. We have smart board members, and I always want them to be able to be smart. That means making smart decisions with an understanding that they impact 115,000 lives and growing every day. The decisions that we make, more importantly, the ones that we don't make. And so it is a consistent effort. It requires intentionality. I meet with them weekly, individually, to have conversations during the duration of time that they desire, because it takes what it takes. Happy board members equals a happy organization, and so that is my only goal, and I believe we're doing quite well.
Dr. Feagins, I want to mention it was a pleasure, and I mean pleasure, speaking with you and meeting you today. Thank you for sharing your insight with us today.
Thank you for your energy. You were outstanding.
We hope you enjoyed this month's Memphis-Shelby County Schools Report. If you would like to learn more about MSCS, visit us on the web at scsk12.org.
On behalf of everyone here at GHS-TV and MSCS, thank you for watching today's program. We'll see you next time on Memphis-Shelby County Schools Report.